Hola mi gente, this is
Ready or Not Latinas Podcast.
And these are your hosts,
Yessi,
Jessica,
Karina.
and Joanna. Just a reminder, we release new topics every Wednesday and officially making it Latina Wednesdays.
So stay tuned and get ready for this chisme.
Welcome back to another Latina Wednesday.
We always go the woo.
What's going on, guys?
Andan apagadas mis amigas.
Sí, es
No, I just said what's going on, guys.
What's going on, guys? These are your hostess.
Your hostesses.
Your hostesses. My bestie is missing again. I miss her so much. Guys, you don't know how much
Every
I dread.
time I'm here, one of you guys are not here. I'm so
When
pissed.
she said she couldn't, I dreaded so much the rest of the week. I was just like, no fucking way.
I'm like, oh, why?
I know, wait. Anyways, so Joanna, you were missing last week, right?
Yeah.
And so we all talked about. Let me bring it up, because I want
to hear your.
your side,
Well,
because
you guys stole mine.
because we did speak about this. If you could remove one thing from the world, what would it be?
Yeah. Well, I did say before I found out what you guys said.
Yeah.
Before that, I had said that it was cancer and the R word, RAPE. I would eliminate that, but that does count as sickness and what was the other one?
Pedophiles.
So I think, and oh my god, I think I would remove hunger.
Hunger. Okay, that one's a good one.
Hunger from stomachs, like from little kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I thought you meant like for us to never get hungry again. I was about to say yes. Yes, we're all gonna be a dieta. We're all gonna be on a diet. I swear to God, why do you think I was like, oh yeah?
She's like hunger.
I was like, we're not gonna get fat. No more fat bitches in Florida.
No, but I mean, like, you know, the people that are less
I'm
than
done
me
with
that
myself.
Actually,
I am so
that
done.
actually live, you know, with empty
in
stomachs,
poverty.
and poverty,
Okay.
and you know.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody
yeah.
wants to sleep with an empty stomach.
And that must be
Oh my
horrible.
god! Honestly, guys, have you guys ever had like went to sleep on an empty stomach?
Yes.
Yes.
It fucking hurts, and in the
Yes.
morning you're 10 times more hungrier.
Yeah, and then the thing is que luego como que hasta vómito te quiere dar.
Yes, and as an adult, well, now that I'm an adult, my mama don't cook for me no more. So when I get home from work, like I don't have nothing. Like I'm like, damn, I didn't get nothing to eat. Like I didn't pick up nothing. I didn't get nothing from my job, and I get home and there's nothing, and I just go to sleep hungry because
Lazy ass
No, the
bitch.
other night, I'm not gonna lie, I was so hungry that I was like, fuck that, I'm broke, but I'm still DoorDash me something.
This bitch.
Right, Karina? I was like, I'll let you go. I'm a DoorDash. I'm so hungry.
I'm like, oh my God.
Guys, like before because I also wanted to read a couple of the things that I saw under that post, just to pick out, like, we wanted to see what people wanted, like what people thought about that and what people had said. Before that, I just wanted to point that out. Like, we don't know how fortunate we are for someone like our mom to cook for us. Bitch, I took that for granted. I still I'm like, what the fuck? Because mind you, I'm a grown-ass bitch, right? And I've been a grown-ass bitch since I was like 10. But when I gave birth to my last baby, like, mom came over. She took like a week off of work for me.
I was shook.
Yes,
I was like,
bitch.
oh,
She would come.
I was like,
She
a
would
whole
come to the
week?
house early, and she would just watch my baby while I slept sometimes.
all
Like,
day. But she was here from like 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
Not for like 3 o'clock. I think till brother got home.
Yeah.
But she would cook for me, and she would make me avena. Like, seriously, I've never felt so like, ooh, like, oh my God, like,
Yeah,
and
like-
I didn't have to cook for my husband, for the kids. I just felt like I was her priority, and I was like, damn, how I miss it to have. And I'm so fortunate to have my mom to like cook for me. And it's so weird because she never did that for any other of my fucking kids.
That's true. Yes,
She
so
stepped
true.
up her granny plate. She's like, I'm
Yeah.
grandma now, bitch.
Yes, she's like, finally I'm at the right age. But yeah, girl, like, I was like, when you said that, I was like, damn, we take that shit for granted. The little
we
things
do.
of being a child and your mom having food
Cooks
for
for-
you,
yeah.
and no tienes que pensar en nada más que en mi mami me hizo de comer y voy a comer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got clean drawers. walls, clean room.
Hell yeah! You just come in your room. You don't have
ask
to worry about
whatever you
laundry.
want.
You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about nothing. That is so true.
You
Yeah.
want something, you ask for it. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't.
But
it's
you
still
don't have to stress
a maybe.
about but you
Yeah.
don't have to stress about going to work, having your own money.
Having
Like,
to-
bruh, like that's just what you just said just hit me so fucking hard. I'm just like, damn, I went through a whole like thoughts on my head. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How you're that grown now.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna
sister.
lie. Sometimes I'm like, dang, mom, why do you charge me rent? Like all these, like all these bitches out here living rent free in their mama's house. Don't give a fuck.
But you know what? That builds character,
No,
bitch.
it does. Not even builds character, but I feel like it's the least I can do for
Yeah.
my mama. The very least. The
yes.
very least. Because, I mean, she's a single mom. She's
Yes.
always has been. And she's been working her whole freaking life. Like,
That's true.
all the time. So,
Yeah.
why not? You know?
Yeah,
I'd rather
that's
give it
true.
to my mom than anybody else.
That's for
But
sure.
I'm just like, damn, bro. Like,
You're
No,
like,
but
I
I
want to be
think that makes you
Yeah.
that makes people I think that makes you responsible.
Yeah.
Because
it
if
does.
she gives you everything, you become this person that just expects everything to be
Yeah,
handed.
and not even that,
And when you
but-
go to the real world and you're like, bitch, what the fuck, sírvete tú? Porque aquí no vas a vivir de gratis, mijita. Ándale, póngase a trabajar y a
and you're
limpiar.
right on that because I realized that
Yeah.
a lot of the times I would just my check was just for me.
Yeah.
like I didn't have to do shit.
You did that for years.
a long time.
Years.
Not even guys.
We're-
As
I
soon
envy your
I
ass.
worked, I had to pay rent. So not years, but I would say I did that for a while, like
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
So then, like to finally be like, oh no, like
You're okay. You hit that
and
point,
and
honey.
she went up on the rent too. Wookie. She was not
She went
playing
up
with
on
me.
everything.
Hey, but
Hey,
yeah.
everything is expensive out here. So
Everything. Bitch, I went to McDonald's $50 fucking
still
dollars.
on
Bitch,
McDonald's.
I'm still on that shit.
Bro, she's been talking about it for like days.
$50 fucking dollars, bro, for
Oh
a couple
my
burgers and a
God.
fucking Happy Meal.
that's not even what
Not
you
even a
spend at
fucking
the
drink.
store to get
Bitch,
a
I
whole
was
like
so
you know what
motherfucking
I'm talking about, right? Like buying
yes,
the meat.
like a meat, the
bread,
the bread for a whole.
What did we just say?
Yeah, both said bud.
the buns.
The buns.
And yes, bitch, for a fucking family, bro. I didn't even buy everybody. It was just a couple people.
Oh
And I was
my
like, no mames, way.
$50.
I was
No
like,
discount.
fuck,
She
no
literally was talking about it. I was like,
discount,
this bitch.
I was talking about it this morning.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Because I took it to work and I was like, sister, I'm not ordering here ever.
They literally didn't order nothing.
I didn't order shit.
Nothing.
Ni se me antoja ya la verga.
Yeah, everything is expensive. I'm not even gonna lie. At my second job, I work in the food, right? So if you order chilaquiles and you want to add 2 eggs, each egg costs $4.99.
What the
Each
fuck?
egg, 1 egg, $4.99. That's how much the vegan eggs cost. $5, $6, Publix $6,
For
$7.
the pack.
For the
Pero
pack,
un
though.
regular 12 pack of eggs will cost you about $3, $3.30 something,
Bitch, we buy the
$3.25.
the big pack for like
Uh-huh.
$11.
You see?
The big
today
pack,
some
the
guy
box.
was like,
Like 200
"Oh my
eggs. and
god,
that
2
bitch.
eggs
No.
$9."
60.
I was like, yeah, 2 eggs $9. He's like, that's not even what a regular case cost me of 12. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I'm sorry. Do you want me to remove them? No, just leave them.
Anyway, so I want to read a little bit of what I saw in the comments.
Go ahead.
Okay? Some people said greedy people. Mosquitoes was a big one. I saw it a lot. Mosquitoes. I saw it a lot.
Damn, nobody fucks with these mosquitoes,
No,
man.
I'm surprised that wasn't ours because we live near a lake and mosquitoes really be coming for our ass.
I'm telling you,
Some people
attacking
said-
the fuck out of you.
Secrets.
Secrets, wow.
Secrets. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
that you couldn't keep a secret.
You know, someone kept a big secret from that bitch.
It was actually a guy.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You know he
shit.
got fucking the cuernos put on his ass.
Okay, so another one that I thought was funny. They didn't take it very seriously. They said tipping.
Hey, a lot of people have issues with tipping.
Yeah, it's a
Yo,
big
I seen this
controversy.
video that said that if you have to go up and order your own food, that you shouldn't tip. And I disagree. But you were saying,
Okay. She's like, yeah, because you work in the food industry.
yeah. So fuck
Yeah, I
that.
think you don't know how it is until you work there.
Yeah, until you're dealing with yourself, people.
Let me tell you something. I used to tip off how people would react or people how they would
Treat you.
treat me, and now
Yeah,
I
which-
tip because I'm like
work
Joanna.
in
I'm
the
in the food
industry.
industry too.
Yeah, I feel like I still tip however you treat me. If you treat me like shit, I'm gonna fucking
Yeah,
tip
and if
you
I'm
like
being
shit.
complicated, like if I know I'm being complicated, I'm
You
gonna
don't expect anything.
Yeah.
not even that, but I'm saying if I'm the customer and I'm being complicated, as in like, I'm like, I want this on the side.
You're gonna
I
tip
could-
more?
Oh, I'm gonna tip more because I
Yeah.
know I'm making their life harder.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you bitches that just be, let me not. Let me
Okay,
not.
let's move
yeah,
on.
let's
before
move on.
Somebody said taxes,
Yeah.
jealousy, marriage,
Marriage. Oh no.
envy, natural disasters. I thought natural disasters was a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, and then let me see. I swear people keep saying mosquitoes, war. I thought war was a good one, and people just said people, and those are just some of the ones that I
really
saw.
like the secrets one because
Yeah.
imagine if you
That's why-
couldn't,
that's why
like
I
if
saw
you
that
really
when I was
couldn't keep a secret.
Damn,
Imagine.
everybody would know everything. Everybody already knows everything, though. Nomás que se hacen de la gosta, como dicen, de la gorda.
De la vista
De la
gorda?
vista gorda.
Yeah, I guess it's really hard to keep a secret though.
It
I
is.
feel
Most
like you
secrets
always-
always come out.
There always needs to be somebody that you tell. I feel like.
Yeah, I can't keep a secret,
Yeah.
even from myself. Like even if it's something that I'm
Remember
like,
you just told us something that
I
happened
told
to
you, and guys, I couldn't wait to tell someone. Like I really could not hold it and keep it in. And I don't know if it's because of my conscience or it was
It
my
depends.
conscience. It
If
was
somebody
just
tells me, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't tell nobody," then that's when
That's
I'm like,
something
okay,
different,
yeah,
though,
that
yeah.
I feel like it's not
Yeah.
a secret. I feel like it's more like somebody te tiene tanta confianza que te va a contar algo.
Yeah.
Then you're
Yeah,
like-
no. When
yeah,
it's like
then-
that, no, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's like a secret that like I just found out, I'm gonna tell somebody. You didn't tell me to tell nobody? Oh, bitch, I'm gonna tell
Oh my
everybody.
God! You make sure
Not
you tell
everybody.
her.
Not everybody,
Well,
but
yeah,
obviously,
there's-
like just people
I feel
that
like there's always that
trust.
one person that you confide in
Yeah.
with your stuff.
And no, and sometimes people will be like, "Oh my God, don't tell nobody." They'll tell me the biggest chisme, and then I forget to tell anybody,
Yeah.
or I forget. Like I
Yeah.
just forget that you
That's
told
good
me that.
then.
Yeah.
That means you forget.
yeah.
You remember so randomly.
Yeah. I'd be like, "Oh my God."
I gotta tell
Be like,
somebody.
don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week's topic, it's gonna be a little bit, I feel like it's gonna be a little deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a little
Oh
bit
my God, I totally forgot we had chosen this
emotional.
topic. Fuck.
Okay, so I just showed my sisters this lady who is on TikTok. I don't know, I think that most people have seen her. She has like millions of views.
What is her name
Because
again?
Madison.
Okay.
She shared her bucket list because she has stage 4 terminal cancer. So she shared her bucket list, which if you fucking think about it, it's the most simplest, more like soft, like bucket list. It's not crazy like tirarme de un avión, like ir a Africa or ir a Asia.
I mean,
or
but
ir
they
a
were pretty out
Paris.
there. Meeting Gordon Ramsay was pretty out there.
It is, but you know, it's just not as big as I would think.
Yeah.
Cause she had go up a mountain,
Oh yeah.
be on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
You know, they were so simple. Write a poem.
Yeah.
Fucking get paid to cook for somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She did say that.
Just be in a DJ booth. And you know, donde están arriba?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm just like, how are those people? Some people do them, you know?
They do that on daily basis.
Yeah. So, you know, a poquito she has shared some of the fucking things that she has got done from her bucket list. And I remember seeing a video where she said that she was happy now that she's dying, she's terminal, that she's been the happiest she's ever been. And I'm just like, damn, why does it take a human to be dying to be happy? Because
That's scary.
because why do people pull, like, why did she wait till she had stage 4 terminal cancer to do a bucket list? We should all have a bucket list.
Yeah.
And we should all be putting things that are fun and like,
We should all be happy
yes, we
because we're
should
not
all.
dying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we take that for sure for granted that we have life, that, you know, because tomorrow is not a fucking
Guaranteed.
given.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought it was an interesting. That's why I started following her, and it's so funny because you guys, I don't know, obviously if you're a listener, you've been listening to our podcast, you guys know that we lost our dad to cancer. And like I feel like sometimes like before dad got cancer, I feel like I've always thought about a bucket list. About a bucket list before I hit 40 or before I hit 30, but you get so caught up in life, right?
Yeah.
So when dad got sick, I feel like it happened like from un día a la noche
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after that, I don't know why. After dad passed, I feel like TikTok knows that that my dad died from cancer, because I always get these people that are terminal on my For You page, and they're sharing their fucking
like their stories.
Well, I think there's one of this really young boy, and that really destroyed me.
Girl,
Like
I've seen one of
saying,
them.
like my
a
brother's
Mexican.
age. Yeah.
I've seen one of a Mexican girl.
Yes, I followed her
What
too.
happened to
I don't know.
her?
She just disappeared from my For You page.
Oh
yeah.
When she had gone to Mexico, huh?
Yeah.
She
But I
probably
don't
got
know.
really sick and hasn't been able. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I
I don't
know.
even want to think about it.
Yeah, so I don't know por qué me da for follow these people, because I want to see how their
But you
journey
see the
is.
fact that we know
The
these
beignet
people.
girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, my
my
god. Don't even get me
God.
started on Jessica.
Oh my gosh, she made me cry. So yeah, so it happens, and I just have this like como que ese sentimiento like to pulled in. They pull me in because I want to know their story. I want to know how they lived the last moments of their life, because it's so weird to me how people get to know that you're dying. How does that feel? How do you go through something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, I don't feel now I see what you mean when you say like, did our dad know he was gonna die, or like how did he feel
before we started the podcast? I asked Joanna, because Joanna was with my dad the most. She was with him at the hospital all day, and like because Karina worked, and then because I had just had a baby, they didn't let the baby in the hospital, so me and Karina couldn't be there as much. We would go visit him, but you were there all the time. So my question to Joby is, before we started the podcast, was like, do you think he knew? Do you think that he you know, comprehended his not the sickness, because obviously he knew he was sick, but like, you know what I mean,
the
like
gravity of how like how
like
sick
after
he was, yeah.
like I feel like after, because I feel like for the longest he was like, no, let's do it, let's do this, they would tell him, oh, you're gonna need surgery, yeah, let's do it, yeah, whatever it takes, you know. But I feel like, did he know, like once the doctor was like, you know what, which that's the thing that I never comprehend, how it all went down. I always go in circles, but because you know it, because you were there all the time, I feel like you know the storyline better than me. So yeah, that was my question. Do you think that, because I feel like I just keep adding without letting you talk, so I just had that question. Did you think he knew? Like, did he conversate with you, like daughter, I'm gonna pass?
No, I don't think he ever conversated. So yeah, I feel like because he was so angry, I feel like that was his way of showing his emotions, because he was just always mad.
Okay.
And
he was mad that he was sick, or mad
that he was just not home. I don't think it was even, I don't even think he felt sick at that time. This was like 2 weeks before he actually passed.
I think it's just being at the hospital, not being
for
home.
so long. So and then like especially like when we had to when we just kept saying like all the things that were going wrong, and like how he wasn't a candidate for surgery anymore.
Which I feel like pasó de la noche a la mañana.
Yes.
Like they like
first he was, and then all of a sudden like, no, it's gone too far.
Yeah, like that's the thing that I never understood.
And I feel like they didn't do enough PET scans. Like it was just like one PET scan in the beginning, then like 3 months passed, and then it was like, damn, you're lit up. Like it's already too far.
The Christmas tree.
Yeah,
so but I think that they didn't comprehend it but because he started getting tumors everywhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's when they were like, oh no, wait, we need another pet.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
so
say it.
like
Pet scan.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why I feel like I knew that he did was because of the whole hospice thing. Once I told him
yeah,
like
the
you're going
hospice
home, like there's nothing else, like, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's when, because
But-
that's when I really had to sit down and tell him like there's nothing else they can
I
do.
know, and we
Like,
were all
there's
there because
nothing.
we were all there
Mhm.
when we had to talk about hospice. When I remember, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, and I felt like it was serious, but I still didn't comprehend how little time he had after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm telling you, I had a whole plan. I had a whole schedule set for us. Like it was just so fucking. It happened too fast after we decided he was gonna do hospice.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, and a lot of it has to do with the doctors too. Them
Yeah.
not wanting to tell us that he was passing.
Yeah, which
I
is
mean,
weird.
Me and Karina have always asked, why is he sleeping so much? Why, like,
Yeah.
what? And it was always the same thing. Medication is too much medication. He's on. You have to understand. He's tired. He's resting. But in reality, he was passing, and they just didn't want to tell us.
Which
That
is
was the truth.
weird
Which
because-
is that's why I feel like that's why we feel crazy. That's why we
Yes.
feel like
we were fucking
like
like,
we were not-
gaslighted
yeah.
into thinking, oh yeah, this is how much time. You
Yeah.
know, not even just measuring time itself.
yeah, but like making it seem like it was gonna be like this for a while.
Yeah, because once they like, okay, we're gonna go to hospice, right? I felt like until we were in hospice, the lady came, right, and she gave us this book, and we were going through the book. And then we saw that it said something about symptoms of them. What was the word they used?
Crossing over.
They were crossing over, and that's what they
No.
used. No,
Transitioning.
transitioning, bro.
I will never forget that word. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I remember the lady kept saying transitioning. Transitioning to what? What is he gonna transition into?
Karina didn't
I
understand.
said transmission.
what-
I was like, what is he gonna What is it? What is it again?
transition. Transition.
What is he gonna transition into? I don't fucking understand.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
screamed at her because she kept saying that over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and no
And
matter
like-
how many times like we were like, but what? Like what?
Yeah.
Like just
And
say it.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
And I feel like
Like, just
that's why
fucking say
I'm not
he's
even lying,
dying.
guys. That's
Yes.
why I feel like I felt a little like I was going crazy because it's not that I don't know what it is, but yes, I did feel like we were gonna have more time with him.
Yeah.
But why did he get that sick to the
So
point where
fast.
he couldn't talk? That's my
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
And why is
We
it
didn't
that
get to
why,
talk to him
No,
or-
and why in the hospital? Why didn't they do nothing about it?
yeah.
Like why? And then like even like I'm telling you, Dad slept from the time when I got there to the
Yeah.
time we came home. He was sleeping
Yeah.
the whole time. Like that little bit of time that I was like, okay, Dad, we're going home. Like it's 8:00 and they're gonna take us on a bus. Like we're
Yeah.
going home. And he was so weak he couldn't stand up, and I don't know why
I bet
the
that
guy
he-
was like,
and it
I don't know
was-
why he would ask me like, do you want us to come up? And
Oh,
I
yeah,
told
why
him
wouldn't he
no.
fucking
yeah.
want- and
But
it's
it was
just so
like,
weird.
and like those
Oh
are
my
the type
God,
of things
guys,
that haunt you. Those
Sorry,
are the
sister.
type of things that haunt you.
It
Yeah.
does. I'm not gonna lie. You know what
Because-
haunt me for the longest? Not my car being in the way. If my
Which is
car
the
wasn't in the
silliest
way,
thing.
Dad would have never walked up this little hill right
Yeah,
here.
and
feel
he
like-
was so exhausted.
But I feel like,
and
guys-
I hadn't seen him like that.
But
ever.
I feel like
Me
it was
either.
his way of proving, like, oh, I'm still good. Like I got this, because even they asked him and he was like, I'm good.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just the little things that you don't think about, that it's hard because it's so easy to us to just walk up the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
It's super easy. So I think that we never because I'm telling you, we never comprehend of how sick he actually was.
Yeah.
Because he was very strong.
I know. And I hate giving can be so hard
Yes. And
because it's so hard on like the person that's caretaking.
oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like for a long time I didn't think about that time in my life. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened 2021, 2022. Like don't ask me because I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a
Oh,
long
sister.
time I just like forget. And not on purpose. And I hope Dad knows that, but
Yeah.
I just forget because I just can't. I can't fathom to think because I was there, so I feel like I
Yeah.
can remember everything.
You know, I don't know. Oh my God. The whole time you guys are talking, this is why I hate my mind at times. I'm that person that you can tell me a story and I can vividly see it in my head.
Yeah.
So as we're all talking about this, all I remember is every little moment that you guys are talking about. Like the moment he walked in the house and sat on that brown couch, trying to catch his breath, us bringing him this oxygen.
Yeah,
because
which he
we
never
were
wanted.
scared.
It
No,
was
he
to
would
the
never
last
want it.
minute where he did not want the oxygen.
He did not.
It was like he wanted to prove that he was the strongest to the end until he wasn't there anymore. And I know, and I always, like, since the moment, I've always thanked you, Joanna, because it takes a lot, especially when we were like, when you would come over in the mornings, remember? We would talk about it. Like, we would be like, oh, so how was yesterday with that? And then you would tell me and how hard that was for you. Like, I never fathomed how bad it was, how he was, you know, because you just think, oh, it's just that, you know, but you didn't know that he got mean at the end, that he was always grouchy.
And I didn't know that, like, and like I said, guys, I'm thankful as fuck for, you know, being that person for my dad. I'm so thankful to God, like, thank God that I was able to be that person, because I got to spend so much time with him, and we got close, like, we got close. So I'm thankful, but you do become like their nurse. Yeah, you become that person. So it was just like, how do I tell you, it was a little bit easier then, because then I was like, okay, I started to look at it like, okay, I'm here for my dad. Like, I couldn't look at it like panic, like, oh my god, yeah, especially when he was having trouble with his throat, and then like when he would get blood clots, that was really hard, because at first I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for my dad, but I was like, I can't, like, just take it out, even if it hurts him. Like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more comfortable for him once you take it out. And like, I think that was just like, oh my god, that was the hardest part, because I wanted to cry, but I was like, you can't, because I feel like if I would have taken it like, oh my god, I can't do it, Dad would have stayed with it and been uncomfortable. But you should have seen after I took it out, it was like he was a whole new person. Yeah, that's another thing that kills me. Like I see these people that go on hospice and they're talking and they're expressing, and they know they're gonna pass. And like, I feel we didn't have that. We didn't have that with that. I feel like that was like one day he was talking and another day he stopped talking. Right? I feel like that first day he was talking and the next day, but he did say his voice box was gonna completely close. It's because my dad had tongue cancer. Yeah. So from all the radiation, because he had radiation almost till the day he came home. 6 months of radiation. Yeah, it burned the crap out of his tongue and everything. So I feel like it just gave out, and it was so sad, because how did we know? Like, we didn't know. At the end, even when he came home, he wasn't talking anymore. He would just point and just say yes, no. Yeah, but I do feel like Dad did know that he was going to pass, but I just feel like he didn't expect it to be that soon. Okay, guys. Yeah. Sorry to get all emotional, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's a hard topic, but I feel like the more we talk about it, like, the more we heal. Because I feel like me, I put my healing process on hold a lot, and like you said, like, sometimes it's not that I forget, but it's just that you get so caught up with life, then you're like, oh fuck. It kind of just and I said this on the podcast, that it's not like I forget, because I see him every day and I talk to him, he's right here, but it's just like that feeling like they're away for a minute and you're gonna see them, you know, like. And eso que ya cumplió los 2 años. And it doesn't feel like fresh. But it's por lo mismo that we have. I feel like it happened last December. I know. I know. Every time I always feel like it just happened. Yeah. But I feel like it's because we do put our grief to the side. On the side. Yeah. But before I do ask the question, but back to why I feel like the reason why she's her happiest during this time is because she, like, you know, she made her bucket list, and I feel like as it's coming true, I feel like that's what's, you know, making her happy. Making her happy. And I feel like especially the love and support that she's getting during this time, I feel like that's
Making her happy.
Yes, because believe it or not, guys, you know how they say, like, oh, people that, you know, when you die, people you didn't even talk to anymore will come.
Yeah.
I feel like that's happening for her now, like,
Yeah.
even
And it
before
still
her
makes
passing.
her and I feel like it makes her happy even though she knows that
Yeah.
she hasn't seen him in forever.
But
Yeah.
and I think that what had happened is that she's not worrying about the little things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because I think like we worry and we cry and we have emotions about the littlest stupidest things because we feel like we have a whole lifetime and we feel like that because we're like, oh, you know, like I'm just
This really fucked up my day.
and it's just like, bro, but we don't. We have the maybe we have the same amount of life as her.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
we
just
have
don't know
less.
it. Yeah.
And we don't enjoy
we're so
it.
much more likely to get cancer, like women are. So it's just
Yeah.
like, that's just crazy to me.
Girl, that's another fucking.
Yeah,
That's another, fucking
topic.
That's
But,
another
okay, back to the
topic.
question. What do you guys think that would be Dad's bucket list? Name like 3
Oh
things
my.
that you feel like would be on his bucket list.
I want to go first.
Okay.
Well, not, the first thing that comes to my head is obviously go to Mexico. The second thing is like his houses.
Yeah.
To fix his houses, or at least go in there and do one thing, like
Yeah.
one thing he could fix before. And another thing is just spend time with the kids.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the thing he would always say.
Yeah, like
I'm
spend
not
time with my
gonna ha- I'm not
grandkids.
gonna- I'm not
I think
gonna
that's
have
the
the
one thing that
time.
really gets to me is that Dad will never meet my kids.
Oh, sister, stop.
Okay, yeah. Mine.
You know what? It's so fucking funny. I was telling my partner the other day, my baby, he only met Dad like what, 6 months, maybe less, and he knows who he is. Like he points at him and he's like, "Bah," right? And tell me why he doesn't know my father-in-law. Like he knows him because obviously we visit him, but he doesn't call him by like grandpa or pa or nothing. He just says hi because he knows we go over.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, he doesn't know. And it's so weird to me how he knows. Like we'll watch videos, even by him. All of a sudden he'll go over there and he points at him and he's like, "Pa."
Yeah.
And he knows. Like I don't know, it's because I talk to him a lot about him. But like I try to keep him alive for him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, that's so weird how that happens like that. The
Yeah.
people that are alive and they're in your life sometimes, like, they're not there 100%.
Of course.
That's so weird. Okay, that was mine. Ya chillé. Your turn.
But mine would, on his bucket list, I would definitely say, see Los Tigres del Norte live.
Oh,
That
which I think
Oh
he
my
did.
God.
But
He did.
not like he wanted to. I feel like
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that when he was single at least.
yeah.
The second, I would probably have to say, make his own company. Whatever company.
You stole mine.
And then the last one, I would definitely have to say, having a car, having a truck. He always told me he wanted a truck.
Aww.
He always said he wanted. He's like, aunque sea una como his friend Celine. I'm like, aunque sea una como esa, una chiquita. And he always wanted a troca. So I think that I would give my dad a big old truck if I could. Okay, your turn.
So I mean, you kind of said all the ones that I would say are on my dad's bucket list.
Yeah.
The last one that I will say that is on my dad's, that would be on my dad's bucket list, would be to try to get my mom back.
Oh my god, I was thinking that too.
I think that would be one of his things that
Yeah.
he would try to get my mom back.
Yeah.
You know, and
At
it's
least
so
one
sad.
last kiss for my mom.
You know what? I thought it was so sad that my dad didn't get to hear my mom's last words, like
No.
clearly from
Yeah, yeah.
his ear, like not from a phone.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like
Even though
I
he
think
would
that
always
would help
say
my
that, even though every time he would be like, "Ay, no quiero a tu mamá allí," I feel like secretly he did.
Yeah.
Secretly,
He wished
loved
she
her.
was there.
He loved her till the end. But I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes I feel like it's just meant to be. Some
yeah,
way.
it is meant to be. So that day or that year, my mom was in Mexico and my dad was here sick.
Yeah.
So it's like they couldn't despedirse.
Yeah.
That was pretty sad. But I would say that would be one of his last things on his bucket list. You guys nailed it to the rim. Because I don't think Dad would freaking do all these crazy
Weird,
shit.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
crazy.
Or
And
probably
or
maybe
even, you know
another-
what I was thinking of saying,
Get a
like,
tattoo.
yes, or even get on a horse. But then I remember I was like, one time I took Dad to go see horse. He's like, hey, I was like, ¿tú te subirías? He's like, hell no, pa' que me tumbe.
No,
She's
another
like, no.
one that I would kind of think it would be
Como
on
le
his
decía, no,
bucket
no,
list.
no.
I would say was like go to a baile with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
wish.
With
Yeah.
us. Oh my god, because I already got drunk with that.
But
one
just
time.
know, guys, Dad lives
Not go
through
right.
us.
Then
Dad
I go
lives
good.
through us, so we
Yes.
gotta do what he would want.
Yeah, I
us
feel
to
like
do.
sometimes I forget that.
Yeah.
Like we should keep living and living our best life for him.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so this was a little sad episode.
Yes, guys, we're sorry if we made you cry or just think of about your special loved one, but
Yeah.
you know, we had to vent through this, and especially because that idea that you had of the girl, you know,
Yeah,
that
I showed you that girl.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's
it makes
'cause-
you think about yourself also. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
of
what if
course.
I had a couple days to live, and
Yeah.
they told you, you know, what would be on your bucket list?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and like I said, sometimes we could have less time than her. So, you know, live your life like the best that you can, you know?
yeah,
We have to try to be happy, and I say try
Yes.
because
it's hard to be.
it is hard. Okay, but
you
we
have
shouldn't
so
make
much
it
thing-
hard.
no.
Like we said,
¿Quién iba a
one
pensar
person.
que algo tan fácil, algo too giving, algo que no cuesta dinero, like to as simple as be happy can be so
Or
hard.
someone's word. Someone can mess up your day by just telling you the stupidest thing
shit.
ever.
Yes.
Disrespecting you, and the fact that
Yes.
we
let
we
them.
take that
we let
and
them.
we drag it through the whole day, and we even hurt our own people, our loved ones,
Not
because
even
someone
hurt
hurt
ourselves.
us.
Yeah.
You know, so we gotta be more. And I say for myself
For
too.
yourself.
I say
Yeah.
like I have to stand on more happiness
Yeah.
than anything else, because we never know.
Yeah. Porque como dice la canción, no te llevas nada.
That's true. Just some clothes and some hair on your head.
Ni eso, como dicen, no es un puño de tierra te llevas.
Ni eso. Alright, so
This is what we're closing off with, guys.
yes. So take that with what you
Take-
that.
yeah.
¿Cómo dicen? Take that with what you okay?
Take it with, if it resonates.
I don't know, something. Take
You
that
know,
with a
you
grain
know
of
what
salt. I
we,
don't
you
know
know what
the
we're
fuck.
trying to mean.
You know, you know.
Just take something positive from this podcast.
Yes, exactly.
And we love you guys, and we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And don't forget
Yes.
to follow us on all social platforms at Ready or Not Latinas. And we love you guys.
We are out.
Bye.
Bye.